Enoki Faka Uka.
Beaver juice.
Oh, hello. So glad we started with beaver juice. Beaver juice and snake milk.
That's what Luke Skywalker
This
drinks.
episode of Publicity Awards brought to you by Beaver Juice.
As soon as Emmy posted beaver juice, I had to do snake milk. It just seemed appropriate.
Tiger milk?
No, bro, snake milk. Like a penis.
Oh.
Like peanut milk.
I didn't get that, but he had to explain it to me.
There actually is a
get it,
snake
it's
called
a-
a milk snake.
Mm-hmm.
It's because
It's
it
a
milks
penis.
cows
That makes sense.
and
I'm
stores milk.
so
and
glad
it's-
we've discussed this.
Yeah, this is what this stream's about.
Yep, discussing really weird things, and playing D&D. That's like how you play D&D is you discuss extremely weird
Or
things.
discussing disgusting discussion.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, so last time you all made it out of the Amber Temple,
Huge.
made your way back to the village of Alaki with no trouble at all. While you were here, you rested up. Uka got his teeth back, and you went to go talk to Irina. While you were there, she's like, "Oh yeah, things have been fine over here. We're glad you guys are back. Uka, are you ready to do the ceremony? We're ready to do that." And then she's like, "Whoa, you look disturbing AF." "Oh yes, another cruise, Dalton. You always win those."
Yeah,
Dude,
She's
how
like-
many cruises have
a lot.
Dude, he
I don't
cruises
mean to brag.
24/7. He's actually streaming with us
Oh,
from Carnival
I got
right
I got a call from unavailable the other day.
Mm.
now. Ooh.
That's what it said on my caller ID.
That makes so much sense.
I was like, okay, they're not even trying now.
You should just like register your number as not a scam. So that way when you call people like that, it's a caller from not a scam. Oh, this
It
is
was,
legit.
Like, I
Finally.
only thought of afterward, but I was gonna pick up and be like, "Yo, what's up, unavailable?"
Haven't heard from you forever.
Yeah. So Irina was like, "Oh yeah, things are fine. We need to discuss what's going on." Uka clearly can't take over, so one of the actual hopeless situation warriors needs to. Bruno, you stepped up and accepted. You guys discussed what your next plan was, and that was to go out and attack Strahd's castle pretty much as soon as you can. Within 2 days from then.
We finally got to return to the king.
Yeah,
Just got out of the Twin Towers.
before they were hit. Warp, warp. A 9/11 joke. No, you guys went to, and that's how I got taken off of YouTube.
Trying to quote Lord of the Rings.
I know. Anyways, you guys went to go to explore the town, and you went to go find Rictavio. When you got to his area, there was a commotion going on,
Big
and you
bop
decided to
video.
check out what was going on with the commotion.
Big
Yeah, you went down to find out what was going on, and turns out Gil, the locksmith, has been murdered and is mysteriously missing. You guys came to the conclusion that it was probably Nell. After going inside and finding fairy dust, you confirmed it was Nell.
It was drugs.
Yes, she drugged him. She turned into drugs and killed him.
He was doing some heavy fairy dust.
Oh, can't blame him.
Oh yeah,
was
just
mad
fly
at-
around my head.
I'm a fairy. I am a pretty fairy.
you guys are like, oh, well, crap, she's actually starting to attack people. And then right as you guys were kind of like wrapping it up in there, a guard came in to grab as many people as he could because the Burgmaster's house had been attacked. All of you immediately went, ah, crap, and like
Yeah, is that a
sprinted.
class? Grabber?
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Sprinted over to the Burgmaster's house, and Irina was standing there with like some silvery
just grabbed.
liquid on her hands, and she told you that Nell came to visit. And she let Nell in, and Nell attacked. Right before her dagger made contact with Irina's heart, it stopped
Nell
suddenly,
attacks.
and Spark reappeared in front of between Nell and Irina. And she said that Nell grabbed him and said, I can fix this, and then bolted. She didn't feel comfortable sleeping alone, understandably. So you all kind of slept in this room, took up positions at the door, the
Defensive sleeping
the
position.
window. Cleach perched on the table.
It's weird.
Yeah,
Roosting up in the rafters.
yeah, she's roosting. And
Eggs
we
dropping.
pick up in the next morning, where Bruenor is
Oh,
finishing his preparations for his speech.
yes, absolutely.
Just imagine the speech from the Lego movie.
I never saw the Lego. Oh,
I don't remember the speech.
I was gonna do like the.
He's
Bilbo
trying to give
speech
like a
from
motivational
Fellowship.
speech, and it just tanks awful.
I was gonna do like
He's
the
like, "We
Bilbo
not-"
speech and just disappear like
Oh.
halfway through it.
He's like, we may not be the best crew. And he just like keeps going off on the negatives and doesn't say any positives. Like, we may not be smart, handsome, or like, you know. I
Funny.
don't remember exactly.
We may not even survive. We won't be able to do this.
Yeah.
But we're going to. And everyone's like, And then their party gets crashed. And everyone gets taken. Spoilers. About like 40 seconds
Ruined it
ago.
for Alex.
Alright, so
But you
we...
seriously used to see that movie.
Yeah, it was actually really good. We wake up the next morning. Everyone
I go back to sleep.
stretches. Cleach starts preening herself.
I start sweating profusely as I prepare my speech.
Immediately. Oh, fuck.
I just love the instant amount of sweat you guys go into. It's like you guys are constantly
Marcus.
fevered. Yeah, when he has to walk swiftly. So
Alright, get pumped, brother.
that's Ismark. That's Irina's brother. He was guarding the door. 'Cause
I don't know him.
Hey,
Yes, we are
well,
going
he introduced
to
himself to you.
deport the Vestani and build a wall. And we,
No.
They agreed on the dark.
Stonefoot.
make Barovia great again.
Oh,
It will be huge.
it will be significant.
It will be significant.
French accent.
All right, so
Is
So
Donald Bruder
Dogpile each other? Is that what-
Trumplet?
these two go off and have breakfast. Purple joins them.
Bye,
Cleach
Parp Skeets.
is doing like handstands, and she's doing handstand push-ups on the table. It's actually really impressive.
Cleaches?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Damn. I like observe and take notes.
her feathers kind of fall down, and it shows you where she has eggs.
Wait, what?
No, I'm just kidding.
Is that how it works?
Yes. Her feathers like lift up as if it was a skirt, and then she lays eggs. That's
Oh my
how birds
God.
happen.
I puke.
He was a mammal.
I puke rainbows. All right, so what are you guys doing? Cleach is having breakfast too because Emmy's dealing with
Psyching
the
up
boys.
Bruno for his interview. speech.
Punching him in the chest.
Yeah, I'm like a personal trainer.
You got this. You got this. Hawaii 5-0.
Hawaii 5-0.
Was that the Hawaii Bible?
That was.
Okay.
You were
I thought
thinking
you were trying to do
I
the
was trying
rock.
to do like,
Da-da-da-da-da.
yeah, like rock, like, I was trying to do like Rocky training music.
Yeah. No,
It
you
all
went
kind
Hawaii
of sounded the
5-0.
same.
That's just like Dalton with his, Girls Gone
Mhm.
Wild. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Get under me.
Vistani gun what?
Oh, you've never
I'd
seen
like to see
Vistani
Arena
like
go
this.
wild. Brown, brown.
Dwarves, naughty dwarves. Busty dwarves.
You want Vistani? We've got Vistani. You want weird bird people? We got those. We've got
You
a.
have to pay for extra for that shit.
You want half orcs? We've got one.
One Goliath.
You want undead babes? We've got so many undead babes.
Zombibs.
Zombabe. That's pretty cool.
And we got a shambling mound if you're into that. But
Yeah.
Weirdo.
For all of you Jabba fans. Oh, who could just jumped out the window?
Fenestrator.
I'm done.
Oh fuck! I woke up. Oh.
Alright, so what's happening?
What time is the speech?
Well, yeah.
The speech is going to be held at around like 9. I'm guessing it's,
It's right
somewhere.
now. Okay. I
What
get
time
up
is
on the
it right
table
now?
and start making my speech.
It's
Hello,
like
James.
7. So
Okay.
you've got like the speech is more around 10. It was going to be after breakfast, before lunch kind of thing, around brunch time, and yeah. So that way it gives people enough time to get up, prepare. They gives them time to prepare the square for your speech.
So, Bruno, what are you going to talk about?
I vomit.
Again.
That's a good start, but that's weird when you rotate your guy.
Punishment. Oh, I forgot
It's like
about
you're on the
Windows.
ceiling.
I will talk about uniting against Strahd
No.
and lowering
No.
taxes and
No.
gun control and
Don't talk about straw.
or I mean sword control
There
and
Well, yeah, now that Nicebeard's dead. What'd you
Yeah.
guys do with him, anyways?
what?
we ate him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we ate him.
Nell ate most of him. Like,
No, we tried to do that ceremony thing and it didn't work. So we ate him.
So we just probably left
So
him on
we-
wherever he died.
okay, cool.
I
Good to
thought
know.
we've been carrying him around this whole time. No, I'm just kidding.
Definitely not.
Wait, so if that's not nice, who has been with us this whole time?
the fuck is this?
It's Jeffrey. Hey guys. Remember when you left me for dead? Yeah, good
I
times.
Still think we're gonna fight.
Fight
It's
who?
gonna be Jeffrey.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be
I think
final
he's
boss.
Is he? Well, I think. Oh yeah, I thought it'd be like.
He'll like
boss before
form with
Strahd.
Strahd physically.
Yeah. This isn't even my final form.
Fusion. Ha!
Jeff.
An even more lame Strahd. All right. So you guys have breakfast and prepare to head out. Irina Ismark leaves because I don't want to do his accent, and he leaves to go get things finalized and squared up at the town square. And Irina, okay, Bruenor. So what's going to happen today is I can't stop burping. I just drank
Bruenor is turned on.
Wow, she's not attractive anymore.
crapping herself. Just
Snot pouring on her.
do you find me attractive?
She has braces for no reason.
Yeah. I invented these to make my teeth look bad.
Ew.
She looks at you and says, "Okay, so what's going to happen today is we are going to go to the town square. I will introduce you as the new Burgmaster. I'll say a little something, not much, because we're excited to hear from you. And you get up there, you give your speech, you tell everyone, reassure everyone that you're here to help us and that you'll try to take care of us the best you can. And Ismark and I will kind of do all of the paperwork portion of your job. You are going to kind of, I don't want to say you're going to be like a puppet, but you're basically like a face for the operations, an uplifting spirit, someone people.
Always had a nice face.
Yes, you have someone people could rally behind. So,
That's the face
hey,
of Barovia.
did you guys ever notice there's like a little penis built into the map over here?
Yeah,
Where?
I've
right,
noticed that since
right up
day
here
one.
in the garden.
It's a shovel.
Yep.
I can't see shit.
I'm pinging it right now.
It's a shovel.
Yeah, but
We're on the
Okay.
small inside map place.
we can't see past certain things.
You can now. I put you literally right next to it, Ferdinand.
You mean the shovel and the bag?
Yeah. Penis.
I don't know how you saw that.
Oh my god.
Bro, I see penises everywhere in this campaign thanks to you guys.
I see dead penises.
I see 10 penises.
Penises.
Alright.
So
Turns
that's
out Bruce Willis's penis is a ghost.
just his penis. His penis was the only part of him that was ghost. So that's
That's like a whole movie right there.
Yeah.
Like, my penis is a ghost. Anyway.
ghost penis.
Nothing photographic happens at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a.
It's just a really, really bad and disappointing porno where he goes to have sex with women. They're like, it's cold now. What's going on? He's like,
But
oh,
I
it's
see
working
it.
for
It's
me.
there.
Yeah, I swear. She's like, it's just a lump. I can't do this. And she just like walks off.
And then,
Curse
like,
you, ghost penis!
And then he's like, goes to like ghost hunters or something, or like some kind of like,
Start listening for white noise.
They're like waving those machines in front of his crotch.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, like-
There's definitely something there.
we're gonna make contact with your penis. They're just like getting right down to his crotch. Can you hear us? Just shouting at it.
He's like, oh, this is so weird.
Why am I so erect
Keep
right
shouting
now?
out my dick.
Okay, we should play D&D.
All
I
right.
was gonna say that escalated really fast.
I'm sorry.
It was so much fun though. We're fleshing out this movie. I really can't.
Come back into the conversation.
Yeah.
We need to copyright that because whoever's watching is gonna steal
Yeah.
that idea.
fucking know
Yeah,
that.
we're gonna get on and then see Ghost Penis tomorrow, like
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
over the
YouTube.
internet. Yeah.
Some tube
Starring
suits.
Tom Hanks.
As Ghost Penis.
Voicing.
No, you know who would do better as the Ghost Penis is Seinfeld.
I was saying Morgan Freeman.
Oh, that would be
Seinfeld?
good too. Yeah, I could just
Jerry
see him. Yeah,
Seinfeld?
Jerry Seinfeld. Like, what's going on? I swear I'm here. Why can't you see me? I'm not that small.
And Carrot Top can be the guy.
Just the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The guy with the ghost.
He'll be Tom Hanks' best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Tom Hanks is the only one who can see it.
Cast fireball in this room.
I need everyone to make a
Brunor's
deck
speech is
save.
going to be a pitch about the
Ghost
movie.
Penis.
Yeah, no.
So basically what we're going to be doing Plus 10 to everyone's morale. Everyone take a point of inspiration.
Yes.
Strahd surrenders.
Okay, so she says, so that's the plan. I'll introduce you as the new Burgmaster. You give your speech. Then
Sorry.
the rest of the day is yours to do as you wish. She just kind of gets quiet for a little bit. And tomorrow we
Throw up
march.
5 more times.
She nods. Just, yeah.
Okay, that sounds really good.
Dripping with sweat.
Tomorrow we march on the castle.
I slam the table.
Have fun time in the
Yeah.
castle.
Happy way.
Okay, and she stands up. Well, I must get ready for the ceremonies. If you'll excuse me.
Now I slam her.
She teleports out of there.
Oh, what the shit.
All right. What do you guys want to do? You have about 2 hours. Do you just want to prepare and go? Or do you want to do something before we get started?
I had my ring.
Well, since I've created Queech to be such a boring person, she's just along for the ride.
Okay. You cast a spell into your ring, so you have enough storage in there to cast one level 5 spell as well, or one level 1 spell. Sorry, a level 5, a level 4, and a level 1. Wow, I cannot speak today.
Needs a bigger SD.
Yeah, pretty much. You just need to go to your local Best Buy, buy a larger RAM, or larger.
Like
We
one
should-
ram.
one RAM. Can I have a RAM, please? Actually, the Ram's ring is really cool. It's like force damage that you shoot from the ring in the shape of like a ram's head. It's awesome.
It's like Green Lantern stuff.
It kinda, yeah. Except for it's blue. More like Blue Lantern. Alright, you are 8th level, correct, Inoki? Yes, you are. Okay, so you're using 4th level spells. Good. A 4th level spell slot.
8.5.
8.5. Okay. Is there anything you guys want to do before the ceremony?
And a coloring book. I will.
Can we give Bruno like Trump hair?
If you want. I
No,
mean,
they won't recognize him.
Go, hey, Trump.
No, I don't know. Yeah. Just fucking pump up Bruno. Yeah.
Brunor.
Yeah.
Alright.
Risk.
Whoever wants to pump up Brunor, I'm gonna say go ahead and make a charisma check.
Yeah, we are going to pump you up.
Roll your charismas, yeah. If you want to pump him up. I'm going to do that for him. For par of the pool.
Oh.
I got a good roll. Well, for Queech at least.
I'm just fucking shouting in his ears a lot of that.
You're hype manning it up right now.
And just
All of
wiping
them
the
is hizzy.
sweat off.
I sweat a little less.
Yes. Brunor, I want you to take 1 point of inspiration.
Once inspiration damage.
Where the F?
Just mark off inspiration. It's in
Oh,
the
and I see it.
yeah,
I
in your
see
character
it.
sheet. It'll just kind of like fill itself
Wait,
in.
that's a
It's
thing?
like an image of a dragon.
Yes, inspiration is a thing,
That's awesome.
bro. Bardic inspiration, yo.
Oh.
I'm supremely disappointed that no one played a bard, by the way.
I'm stupidly distracted by this, so.
I know. I feel
Stop
like
playing Nico Atsume.
I feel like
Sorry, I was
5e bards are probably pretty.
They're really good, especially if you're Sam Riegel.
Well, fuck.
What did I just...
Well, you didn't really do much. Ferdinand's over there like pumping him
look
up, and
at
you're
him.
just quietly sitting there like, "That's right. Yes, you
To
can
her,
do it."
That's like a 15.
Yeah.
But 15's like really good for me because I have such gravity.
I mean,
'Cause
I
you have a
love that
-1.
-1 on the charisma. Yeah.
Yeah.
My charisma's 8.
Okay. So you have that point of inspiration. Basically, if you feel like using it on any roll that's not an attack or damage roll, you can use it, and you basically just uncheck it and roll 1d6 and add it to your total roll.
Nice. Okay. That is cool.
Ja, das ist sehr gut. Okay, is there anything else? Uka, you have one spell. You have one first level spell slot available in your ring for whatever if you want. Although Uka cannot cast first level spells. So,
Out of it, sweet.
did you want to do what you did last time?
I want to add a fireball in the ring, and yeah, I'll add a healing spell. Yeah.
Well, I mean, someone has to provide that for you because you can't cast healing spells and you can't cast at first level.
Big heck.
Bruenor, would you be willing to store a first level cure wounds?
What the hell?
Wait, what?
Would you be willing to store first level cure wounds in Uka's ring?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
So go ahead and mark off that one spell
I like it.
because you have to expend the spell slot. Basically, the
Yeah.
ring just stores it until it's used by anyone.
Ring liquor.
What you have to do is you have to take the ring off of Uka's hand, put it on your penis. You know the drill.
And then touch your tongue to mine.
Yeah, it's a simple procedure. It's nothing out of the ordinary. All right, so go ahead and mark that off in your character sheet, Uka, that you have the level 1 cure wounds. And basically, it's just 1d8 plus what, Bruenor?
What'd you say?
1d8 plus what?
Three.
Isn't it like plus 3? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So make sure you write 1d8 plus 3. So that way when you roll it with the full everything, because it would be as if Bruenor cast it. Oh, plus 10 penis. That's pretty good. I don't know why it did 6 damage, though.
Because it's only a 1d6.
Oh, that makes sense.
Get it? 1d6.
Nope.
Okay.
It's time. Because I've asked you guys what you want to do, and no one said anything like 3 times. So it's time.
Yeah.
You guys are here. In a very sweaty and nervous procession, you make your way down and around to the...
Leaving a trail of sweat behind.
Yes, it's just drenched as if like a torrential downpour was following in your wake. You make it to the podium. Irina and Ismark are already there. A few of the
Oh my god.
recognizable guard uppers, higher-ups are there as well, kind of like around the podium.
They're on uppers?
Yes, all of the guards are on uppers right now. Everyone took a nice
Sweet.
dose of meth, and then they attended your ceremony, as is tradition.
I mean, I don't blame.
Okay, so as you approach, Irina greets you. Okay, you look sweaty. You ready? Are you ready, sweaty?
I try to wipe some of the sweat from my eyes.
It literally makes it worse. Your arms are also sweating, so you just add more sweat to your eye area.
Say yes. Let's do this shit.
Very well.
Yes.
She ushers and kind of positions everyone around the right side of the podium, and Bruenor, she has you step up. There's like 3 steps to this podium. She has you get up on the first step, so that way you kind of like a little bit more head level with everyone else. Except for Parpol, because he's just super freakish tall. And she walks up to the top. When she gets to the top, Pastor Lucia is standing up there with her, and he places his hand on her, and he starts muttering, and like really quietly under his, he mutters really quietly under his breath, and just
Can I use,
nods.
like, a perception to like hear what he's saying?
Yeah, go for it.
I need to do my laundry. I need to do my laundry.
I knew I shouldn't have eaten fish tacos last night.
Oh, did I leave the refrigerator on?
As
It sounds like a spell.
Oh shit, he's trying to fucking.
He
Stop me from sweating.
he gives her a nod and just keeps his concentration with eyes closed. He just puts his head down and looks like he's concentrating on his task. And she begins to speak, and as she speaks, her see, I thought it was vomit again, and now it's not. She begins to speak, and as she speaks, her voice booms out over the crowd.
oh, okay.
Oh, like that scene in Blazing Saddles?
Yeah, sure.
No, when she's reading to like the townsfolk, they're like, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
And she like shouts it.
Dare! Yeah. No, she looks as if she's speaking normally. It's just
Yeah,
her
she's got a spell.
thaumaturgy. Yeah, you
Yeah,
recognize
no.
it as that, as he's cast
Yeah,
thaumaturgy.
I
Yeah,
have that too.
thaumaturgy. So
Okay.
he's got his hand on her, focusing on just maintaining the spell, and she stands up there. Citizens of Vallaki, denizens of Barovia, I welcome you today on this. She looks down at
Hey.
the lot of you. I was going to do it, but now I can't because you did it. She looks down at all of you. Happy day. Today we name yet another Burgmaster, but this time it is someone we know and who we trust is already good. This person is someone who's brought safety and peace to our lands. This is someone who is practiced in good faith. This is someone who we've trusted our lives and potentially our freedoms.
Ah, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your next Burgmaster, Brunor Stonefoot.
Let's give it up for Bruno.
Everyone's cheering as you take the podium, and she,
Bump into the microphone and it makes a lot of feedback.
yeah, you bump into her. She goes, "Ow!" and it's just ow, 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 ow.
Feedback.
You step on her foot. Yeah.
Woman beer.
she gets down and she bows. She takes a step back as she takes a step back as you approach the podium, and she bows low to you and takes a couple
I
more
bow
steps all the way
lower.
off. Your head disappears behind the podium for like 90% of the crowd as you stand back up, and they have placed a step stool behind the podium
Yes.
for you. The floor is yours, Brunor.
I cough loudly. Microphone.
There's no microphone.
Yes, there is.
Baguette.
It's a baguette.
Good morning, citizens of Vallaki.
There's people in the back who look confused, and they're trying to like lean in.
Oh, yeah. I noticed this and also cast thaumaturgy on myself
Okay.
to make flames flicker. No, I want to cause harmless tremor. I'm
Okay.
just kidding. No, to make my voice louder.
Got it.
Many of you know me, but for those of you who don't, I am Brunor Stonefoot. I have been here in Barovia for and I say how long I've been here.
About 3, almost a month.
For almost a month, and I have chosen to take up this position not only for the good of Vallaki, but also for the good of all of Barovia. And as I've done since my first day here, I will continue to help and protect and give aid to those who need it.
I clap loudly.
Everyone starts clapping now. After you started that, you started this huge eruption of clapping. Of clapter.
I start crying. So I hope that I can continue to do this job and to the satisfaction of the people of Vallaki.
A woman in the back. I'm so satisfied.
God.
I give her a sly wink.
Roll for winking. No. Keep going.
So, shit, I'll thought. I just say,
Thank you. Good night.
I'll be here all week. So please, don't worry about whether or not you can trust this next Bergmaster, because you all know me, and I am just here to help. Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh. So together we will prosper and move forward for the betterment of not just Vallaki, but all of Barovia.
The
I
crowd
love you.
erupts in cheers. Go ahead and make a charisma with advantage.
Oh, thank God. First stat. Okay, that's
18's pretty good.
good. Charisma's a 1.
Yeah, you have your inspiration if you wish to use it. You don't need to, but you can.
No, I'm gonna hold on to that.
Okay. So they cheer. The crowd goes wild.
Oh, and I look at the one guy in the crowd with the sign that says legalize it, and I give him a thumbs up.
And an extra big wink. The little toke fingers.
Yeah.
The crowd goes nuts again. You take a step. Irina steps back up to the podium as you
I
kind of
slap her on the ass as I pass her, and she doesn't.
She kind of just like points to next to her, but still on that top level of the podium.
Oh, yeah.
Just kind of usher you to the side. And she puts her hands up to calm the people. Father Lucia walks back up and places his hand on her again.
Yes.
And she begins to speak. And as she starts speaking, she starts talking about like kind of the logistics of what's happening. That she and her brother will still be be your
Reach, my boy.
Reach, Irina. Reach.
they will be like your interceptors, basically. Like the people will come to them with their problems, and they'll report to you, and you can help. So this frees you up, and she's explaining this so that this frees you up to go ahead and pursue doing great things in this land, but that
Wink, wink.
but that this place is watched over now by you and the Hopeless Situation Warriors.
I have marked it as my territory.
And As she's saying this, the crowd's very serious and listening very intently. And one person in the middle of the crowd starts clapping.
Oh, the slow clap.
Gosh.
Very loudly.
Slow
Strahd?
clap.
It's Strahd.
As he starts approaching the podium.
Totally Strahd.
No.
A pale man in very nice clothing
It's Strahd.
starts to approach the podium, and as he gets closer, people start shrieking and jumping out of the way.
Oh no.
He continues his clap,
Oh, God.
never taking his eyes off of the group. And
I don't stop taking my eyes off.
Hmm.
he stands
Oh.
there now before the podium. But it's like a huge area of just open between him, the crowd, everyone's staring, frozen in terror, not sure what's about to happen. Whether he's going to attack, whether he's there to do something, whether he's there to off the newly appointed Burgmaster, as they're used to now. Someone gets promoted, that's just expediting it now. It's not a day that's gone by. It's just like literally minutes.
Oh, there goes another bird.
He turns to the people and he starts to speak in the same loud, booming voice that you and Irina were using.
My God, he's a powerful wizard.
You believe these fools can save you. How very quaint. And he turns to you, Lot. How very noble.
Attack
I-
now. Everyone
why,
just like
thank you.
mob suffocate him. Do it.
He can fly.
Initiate.
He can
mob
fly, he
suffocation.
can fly, he can fly. He...
If I
So,
could trap him, I would.
your declaration of power. Is this a threat to my dominion? Do you pursue to take me out, replace me as king of these lands?
No. He's
Yeah.
just-
Of course not. No. That's not me. Clearly not Cleach's voice.
He's just a Bugmaster.
Yes. But he's proven to be a powerful adversary. He kind of like straightens. Mind you, this is midday. I don't believe you truly understand who you're messing with.
Hmm.
He looks around at the crowd. You all support this? You dare defy my rule? Everyone kind of shrinks back a little bit more. All their eyes are down. A few people cast glances at you guys, at Irina. Irina's just standing at the podium, trembling. Her hands go up and touch her neck. The guards all have their swords drawn, but they don't approach because they haven't been given the command by Ismark.
Hmm. Let me look at my.
You mean the rule of a tyrant? I yell at him.
Oh. Brr, brr, brr.
His gaze snaps onto you.
Wait. I need to look at my
That's
thing.
fine.
There it
Look
is.
at it.
The holy,
Look at it.
the holy
Look at
symbol.
it. I want
So,
at
it is true then. You do seek to take me out. I should have known. I should have ended you when I had the chance. But no, I've let you live long enough. I thought you would be amusing playthings, but you've become more of a thorn in my side. He kind of casts his glance over all of you, and his eyes stop at Uka. Huh.
I cast glance at level 5.
He looks at Uka. You're new. You're not like the others either. There's something special about you. Something dark and familiar. I like it. He casts at the rest of you.
Is he within 30 feet of us?
He's around 50 feet.
Oh, okay.
About treat.
I bet you don't know who you travel with. He looks back at Uka again.
This guy?
Amusing. And what happened to the little one? She was so cute, I thought of making her one of my concubine.
Chill.
Look at him.
His penis would be like as big as Nell. I mean, not that big, but.
She would have to attune to it.
Go ahead and attune to Strahd's penis.
Oh, God.
They don't call him the Stradler for nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
She is gone.
But yeah, so he doesn't know what happened.
Yeah.
He closes his eyes and casts his face upwards.
I also cast face upwards at level 5.
He seems to be concentrating. A couple of the guards see this and like take a couple steps towards him, but Ismark gets between them and like sticks out his hand, holding them at bay. So he's like, "We don't want to cause any trouble. This could turn out far more dangerous than it could be. Not with all the innocents here." They kind of like ease back, but they're still ready to fight if something were to happen. A couple moments pass. He looks down. Well, she's not dead. No, you've gone and turned her. You think you're so clever. Turning one of your own into another vampire. And the entire audience that is gathered here gasps collectively. Whispers start spreading.
Nice.
Using Nell to become a vampire. You seek to place her in my stead? You don't seek to rid this land of me, you just want to take over.
How about that dinner?
You really laughed at that? It's over at Ferdinand.
So, we still on for dinner.
He looks at you
I'll
all.
tell him after I say that. Well, I was gonna say that later, but she did that on her own free will, against us knowing about it.
We're gonna have a charisma off. Go ahead and roll charisma. Strahd's gonna roll charisma. He rolled a 16. Ooh!
Nice.
I should have had to roll persuasion, but whatever. It's pretty much the same. Unless your persuasion's better, but it doesn't matter. That was good.
Well, I say persuasion is charisma based, so.
Yeah, but he could be trained in persuasion, which could
Oh,
make
I
his
see.
roll better. But that was such a good roll that I'm not going to need you
Yeah.
to roll it again. The people's whispering starts picking up.
Nice.
He looks around. I do not like being threatened. It seems that you all need a demonstration in who you're dealing with.
Creative, a challenge.
My God.
He
I
turns
wanna just
towards
run at him.
he turns towards the crowd.
Can I do like? Can I kind of like gauge what he's getting ready to like if he's gonna attack somebody?
Yes, go ahead and roll insight.
I yell into
Can
the
we all
crowd.
do
Spit
that?
on the
You can all.
non-believer."
I'm giving you a second to do whatever you wish.
Help me with my insight.
I kind of wait. Who's the leader of the guard?
Ismark.
I kind of want to like do a motion at him, like like attack on our signal or something like.
Ismark's been constantly watching your group and him. He's
Oh,
kind of
okay.
waiting on you guys
So
since
you
you're
just
the
start
ones
doing, like,
prepared to take out a vampire.
Doing, like,
Okay.
baseball hand signal.
Yeah. With your guys' collective role, Uka and Cleach, you both kind of come to the realization that he's about to show some strength. And he's going to use the innocence to do it.
Can I like jump in front of him?
He's about 50 feet ahead of you.
I can fly.
I want to start walking towards him.
Fast.
Okay.
I'm gonna like hop into the air and like rocket in front of him.
Cleach takes off as fast as she can.
Like do the Kamehameha.
Okay. Well, as soon as she does that, I want to start running.
Cleach takes off. Ferdinand takes off. The guards take off. Uka casts True Strike on himself. Brunar.
I will run with everyone else.
I
Okay.
want to have my holy symbol
We have to do it
ready.
anime style, or we have to be straight out behind us.
All right,
Yeah.
you've got your holy symbol out in preparation.
Yeah.
You all start running in towards him. He takes one look behind, and as Cleach, you get to right where he was. He's no longer there. He's in the crowd now.
Oh god.
He picks up a child by the neck and transforms into his hybrid form. And he, with one powerful push of his wings, takes off into the sky, about 100 feet up.
Motherfucker.
You all arrive at where he was. You think I am so weak-minded to not know what you were planning. He bites the child in the neck, drains it. He grabs it by the back of the neck and throws the kid off in the direction of the Burgmaster's house. I will teach you who you mess with. He reaches out and flicks his hand. The Burgmaster's house explodes in fire.
Oh. Shit.
My God.
Yay!
He looks down at
I'm
you,
not prepared at all.
specifically at your group.
So does this mean dinner's
That hits, and he takes the damage, but he doesn't seem to show any sign of being hurt by it. He pulls the crossbow out of his leg, snaps it with one hand, just crushes it, throws it aside, and he announces to everyone there, I'm so confident in my abilities. I challenge you to take me in my place of rest.
Oops, that was an accident.
Come at me, bro. He says, I challenge you to fight me in my place of rest. I am that confident that you will not succeed.
My
Come.
place of rest?
It's place of
Accept
rest.
my
His house.
challenge.
Oh.
Casa de Ravenloft.
Accept my challenge. And when you come to face me, I guarantee you arrive at my castle, fresh, ready for battle. Nothing will harm you.
So,
Hell yeah,
Well, that-
brother!
Show
me what
you got.
Show me what you got. Ooh, not
If you
cool.
wish to feast before we fight, I will grant you that one courtesy.
Say.
But if I win, you will all join
really
me
awkward
as my
dinner.
playthings. He fully transforms into that large bat.
Baby Edo did.
No.
And he takes off. Flies back in the direction.
I turn and look at Ferdinand. Reet. Do.
The crowd is silent. And then a woman screams in terror as the shocks started to fade.
Bats are gross.
As the shocks started to fade and she's realized what's just happened to her son.
Give her a plushie of Brunar.
One by one,
No.
people start to panic. Irina stands up. Voice booming once again. Everyone, calm down. It's not seeming to work right now. They're freaking out.
We need that to calm.
Wait, where did he throw the kid?
At the Burgmaster's house.
Like how far?
That's far away.
Yeah,
To the Burgmaster's house.
I don't know where that is.
Oh, he threw it that far.
That place.
Vampires are freakishly strong.
Then we're over here.
Yeah. And it's a child. The kid was
Yeah.
fairly light. Like, most of these people seemed... none of them are fat. Like, they're all, like, on rationed diets, basically. So this kid was pretty much skin and bones. He just drained him and chucked him. The kid just went sailing, limp, like ragdoll. And then blew up.
Wait, so the kid made the house.
So the kid's
Blew
dead.
the house up before he chucked the kid.
No, he chucked the kid, then blew the house up.
Yeah.
You can go to see if you can find a body, but
That's what. Yeah, that's what I.
I'm
people-
gonna try and help calm people.
okay. Go ahead. Anyone who wants to help calm people, go ahead, roll charisma. No advantage, just straight charisma, except for Brunar. Brunar gets advantage.
I think I just terrify people.
It's okay. Calm down. Peace be with you.
Just one kid
I rolled a 15, but
died.
Yeah. No,
Okay,
you and
so-
Brunar, basically you had to roll above like 15. You had to roll 15 or greater, so you and Brunar are actually actively like helping calm people down. Brunar, you're doing the best job because of your newfound position and your guys' status. I'm assuming you're using thaumaturgy again.
calm the
Yes.
fuck down.
Okay.
What? Chill the
Where's
Not
that
that
legalize it, guys? Start passing around a joint.
I just like start punching people.
Nell's walking up behind people, just giving them the Vulcan pinch or Cleach. The Vulcan pinch. She's just like passing people out
Hey, guys,
just left
it's
and
not-
right.
Is
Just
that mother still like freaking out?
Bulk.
she's actually passed out through shock and exhaustion. A group of women has rushed to her and they've picked her up and they're like taking her away to go, help get her in someplace safe and so she can start recovering.
He still offered us dinner.
Yeah, he did.
He's really about that dinner thing.
No one really accepts his dinner. Cleach's group did, but they ran away.
He has a way.
He knows the way.
I knew that was coming.
He turns into his hybrid form.
It takes about half an hour, but you manage to calm everyone. Irina approaches the group. Well, since Strahd's put out a formal challenge in front of everyone, should we make an announcement? Should we reveal our
Yes.
plans?
Yes.
She looks at you,
Yes.
Bruenor. It may go to embolden the people. It may be the push that we need.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I think you should make that announcement.
I start sweating again. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get back up on the podium.
Yeah, okay. As you make your way there, people start noticing this as you and your entourage now make your way to the podium with Irina in tow. And she's standing like about 3-4 feet behind you to your right side. Like behind you and a little bit to your right. And she's flanked by her brother and guards. The guard hierarchy, and on your left is everyone else in your party. Parple's taking up the back. He's got his mace out, and he's just like constantly watching this guy. The guards are all watching this guy. Irina Ismark doesn't take his eyes off of like really his sister, and he's just constantly surveying the immediate vicinity.
I'm like confused why people to me, like he's not coming back, and I'm like, why are people still freaking out? He's gone.
Because they're NPCs.
Yeah, they don't know any better.
I'm like walking around. I'm trying to find the rest of our group. I don't know where everyone's kind of gone.
Oh, you found them. You've found them.
Yeah,
You didn't
we're
go too
all
far.
We're
You
all
found
on
them, and Bruenor's just made his way to the podium. Irina takes her place at the bottom stair. Ismark next to her, kind of in front. She's got a guard to her right, one behind. They're all in like a surround the podium, watching all angles position. Parple actually takes position immediately behind you at the podium. And he just has his mace out, and he's just scowling at the sky.
Sunglasses.
Yeah. Arms crossed, constantly flexing.
He's not going to come back. He's a man of his word. I don't know why you're worried.
As the crowd returns back to hushed whispers, they eventually quiet, and all eyes turn towards you.
Me?
No, Bruno.
Oh, like, why?
Well, wait. I mean, maybe we shouldn't just announce it super loudly.
I mean, might as well. Strahd
guess.
knows.
Yeah, I guess.
Planning. Okay. I cough into the microphone again.
You hear in the back, oh, my hearing aid.
That's a tough act to follow.
You pick up a baby and
There's literally no chirping. Like, not even crickets are like, everyone's focused. A wild mushroom appears?
microphone.
Microphone.
Do not fear.
Yes, as your newly appointed Mercmaster, this act of aggression will not go unnoticed or unanswered. We we will go and fight and defeat Strahd. But we need your help. Because we have in the works plans to lay siege to Castle Ravenloft. And we need all the help we can get because we're all in this together and
We're all in this together.
Come on, people now.
You hear a shout from in the crowd,
He's fucking right.
and an old man's like waving his cane in the air, and he goes,
It's penis.
"We've attacked the castle before. What makes you think we'll succeed this time?"
Shut up, old man.
I cast backhand.
Oh. Wait, I didn't know they attacked before.
Yeah.
A few people murmur in agreement to him. A few other people are like, "Shh,
Nice.
nice beer, nice beer, nice beer." This is like, "Oh, Bruno!" You hear shouts of "Bruno, yeah!" But it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't build. It's just like just a couple of people.
I'd like to. Wait, I don't have thaumaturgy on my voice, do I?
No, but I can let Bruno lend it if he wishes.
I'll just try to motivate the people.
No, I can cast it on.
by. Okay.
I can
Just be like,
cast it. It's got a
look
30-foot range.
I'll be like,
Okay.
look at him. The reason why he came here in the first. I hate this voice. He came here in the first place is he's scared of us. He's scared of any. He's scared of all of you. Yeah, that's it.
We've gotten in his head.
Okay. Go ahead and roll charisma with advantage or persuasion with advantage.
Who?
Oh,
Ferdinand. I'm letting Ferdinand do this because you've given a speech. He's pretty good. You
I
seem
hope I rolled this
to.
well during the fight. Jesus Christ.
The crowd seems to not necessarily turn in your favor, but calm down. You've brought them from that like super paranoid, feared position to a more like looking towards the brighter side of things. They're skeptical, but they're willing to.
You will run like baby before you die.
They're willing to like start entertaining the idea that victory could be possible under your new group. Uka, you wanted to say something as well?
See the display of Strahd's terrible power. Do you wish to live in fear for the rest of your life? For your freedom? This truly living? Do you miss the sunlight? Take him down. Take back Ravenloft. Back Barovia to its rightful state.
Go ahead and roll intimidation with advantage.
What kind of
Yeah, thank
NPCs
you.
are you? Oh shit.
At this, a few more people. He's right. Yeah, I don't want to live in fear.
Yeah, I can suck my own dick.
Yo, it's real easy.
And a few people shout in agreement and like brandished fists or hold up a pitchfork. It's so cliche. And they just hold up signs that say cliche, cliche. And you know, a few more people start. Yeah.
Oh no.
Irina looks up and says, She nods. She says, Brunor, wrap this up. Let's get to planning.
So if you're willing to help, I don't know where.
Huh?
Where are we going?
To the castle?
No, I mean,
Right now.
right now. Where, since the Burgmaster's house.
Oh, probably the barracks or the church.
Okay.
Those would be the next more publicly acceptable gathering places.
Okay. If you are able to help in any way, make your way to the barracks, and we will
Join the
process.
army.
Yeah. Barovia needs you. Yeah, so we will put you to whatever use we can find.
Oh yes, catapult building montage. Yes.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a montage.
Good night, Bullock.
All right. Go ahead and make one last persuasion check with advantage, Brunor, because the other two were fairly successful. People just seem to nod,
Okay.
and the crowd disperses. Ismark rushes up. We have things to discuss. To the barracks.
Yes. Yes.
Irina turns to the guards. She has tears in her eyes. Please go look for that boy and see if there were any survivors from the house. And
I'd like.
two guards clasp their fists over their hearts, bow, and run off.
I think.
Are you going with the guards?
Yeah.
Okay. You go with the guards. The rest of the group goes up to the barracks. Cleach, I want you to roll a persuasion check with advantage because of your keen sight. And, yeah, let's do that. Okay, from your vantage point, the house is thoroughly destroyed, and it's kind of smoldering. It was more of a
Wait, that was persuasion.
Oh.
You said
perception at advantage.
Oh.
That's one less.
Nice.
So it's still the same results. The house is pretty exploded. The front corner of it is pretty much gone. The whole top floor is gone. Most of the second floor is crumbling and smoldering at this point, collapsing in on the first floor. There's the front door, and part of that waiting room is destroyed. You don't see any sign of the boy. You do see one body laying down in the first floor. You see a few people coughing and hacking outside around the building, and you hear one person inside weakly calling for help.
I'll investigate the
You
person calling out.
with you and the help from the guards that went with you, they've collected people who have not shown up at the thing and who are at their business running it, or taking care of children at home or whatever. You and a collection of people run to the house, pull out the two people. The one person who was unconscious is dead. The person who is faintly asking for help is fading. You manage to stabilize. While you're digging through, you see a lot of burnt cat corpses, but you don't see
Those cats. I hate them.
that you don't see any sign of the boy. Go ahead and roll an investigation at advantage, since you and other people are looking. Through your search, you find charred skull fragments embedded in the walls.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yes.
It looks
Got a good arm.
almost looks as though this boy could have been the center or towards the center of the explosion when it happened.
He probably made the boy explode. The boy was.
It was da bomb. So,
Maybe
Dead
Strahd
kitty.
didn't even cause the explosion. Maybe the boy was explosive.
the boy,
Yeah, maybe he actually like saved that whole crowd.
Yeah.
Being
He
an
was like,
asshole.
"Oh my god, that kid's a terrorist."
There's
now
a
I'm on acid.
It's a domestic terrorist.
Liquid
he just
nitrogen
actually
blood.
He saved the crowd. He actually has like this place best intentions. What if we're the bad guys in this game?
Yeah. What, oh my
To
god.
Strahd, you are.
Oh
So
my god, I feel terrible. No, I'm just kidding.
you've discovered the fate of the boy. You've saved one person and started the mending process on 2 others. Everyone else who went up to the barracks, what is your immediate plan?
Just
So
assemble
assign
everything. Yeah.
assign a few soldiers to start processing people.
I'd say
People
about
showing up to help. Like, what's your name and what you can
20 young men show up immediately. They just like followed your entourage to the barracks. Among them are the two watcher children.
Drunks.
People cast glances at them, but they look angry and they like look disgusted, and they're there with the crowd.
Okay.
There's kind of some space between them and everyone else, considering their connections with their mother, who was ousted as an evil person. So they're there with everyone else. They just keep looking at each other, just like disgusted and shaking their heads and just mumbling to each other. Everyone's mumbling to each other, looking angry and disgusted, but they kind of have their own little section to themselves.
Is there like like an infirmary?
The church is the closest thing to that, to an active infirmary.
Are there any people like healing there or anything?
There's the father, the pastor there, the priest there. He's got a couple of understudies who can provide medical help, but it's not magical medical healing.
I was thinking Cleach would look around, would like try to find people who have like injuries that would prohibit them from would not allow them to fight, like broken bones or like something like that, and try to heal them so that they would
Pretty much everyone that was around was damaged in that way. Your healing is not like Bruenor's healing. Bruenor's healing mends the wounds and such. Yours kind of just like revitalizes and staunches bleeding and stuff like that.
That's not true. The heck? My healing, it does heal. It heals.
Yes, I know. It does, but it doesn't act the same way his does.
What is that?
It's Penis Man.
I thought it was Edward Penis Hand at first. Then he has legs like that too.
It's
So-
Peter Penis Hands. It's Peter Penis Limbs.
Oh, someone will steal it. Oh,
Yeah, gotta copyright that quick.
He like has micro orgasms when he runs. That's fun.
Yeah.
There aren't like people like in Men Bones or whatnot.
copyright.
There's very few who could. Like yours can, but Alex's healing is more direct. So, as you are there, as you were there at the barracks, the Ismark says, "All right, this is a good turnout so far. I'm sure we'll have more. what Brunor said was true. We are going to attack, and we plan on doing that tomorrow. Any questions? Everyone's just kind of, just questions start flooding. When do we get our armor? When do we get swords? How, what can I do? Where do you need me? And stuff. They just like barrage him. He just holds his hands up. So, all right.
Shitter's clogged, so you can go ahead and get that unclogged.
He says, as for armor, you're going to have to figure that out on your own. Weaponry, we have some swords, we have axes, hatchets, picks, shovels. If you can find your own things at home, that'll be great. Chef knives, cleavers, anything that can be used as a weapon. We have some swords. Those will be dispersed. First come, first serve.
Teach people to use their hands if that.
You're not there.
Whatever. I'll talk to myself.
You just stand up as you're like giving medical attention to someone.
That's
I can
not my
teach people to
voice, I
use
need
their
a strong
hands.
voice.
He said, he looks over at you guys. He says, we've made the announcement. The people are riled. If we make a move now, we may get more people. The more people to sit on this and think, the more we may have decide that it's not a good idea.
Alright, it's early morning, huh?
Yep.
Well, but the reinforcements are coming tomorrow, right? Like, it wasn't just this town, we have a bunch of people from...
It was this town. The people from Krezk will be in this town probably tonight. The Dusk Elves are swift, and they know the forest, and they'll be ready to go whenever.
Oh, okay.
Dusk.
Should we move in without the people from Kresk?
It's your call. They could provide exactly what we need, or they could be the boost that we need as the people start fading through the fight. To see reinforcements come in like that, that would bolster my spirits for sure.
Lord of the Rings.
I don't know what that is, but I'll take your word for it.
It's a vision I have.
Well, we could give all these people time to prepare and attack tonight when the armies of Kresk are expected to arrive.
Yeah.
Since I don't think it matters
The Krez,
whether we fight Strahd at day or night.
I seem to agree. I didn't think that vampires could come out during the day, but clearly he had no problems showing up and killing a fucking child.
Fucking child.
I think we should move now.
Let's get jiggy with it.
The people from Krezk
Can I
can
gain a level before?
Montage.
the people from Krezk can rest tonight. Here. They can rest tonight here. They can
Yeah,
bring
so
in everyone else
join
who's
us
decided. Yes. And they can bring in everyone else who's decided to come fight.
Yeah.
I will take
Like a
whatever
person.
whoever decides to go with us. We'll take
But
one of
first, deliver this wine. No, I'm just kidding.
We'll take a ballista. We'll take a catapult.
Yes.
We'll leave the other one. We'll leave the other catapult for the people of Krezk to bring with them. I think seeing another siege engine is, it might not be a good idea to display all of our cards at once.
Good idea.
If he thinks that all we have is what we've got, then
Be like
bringing in more later might be a good thing. It could be just the push we need. All right. So, when do you plan on leaving?
Right
I
fucking
leave.
now.
No, I'm just
I immediately walk out the door.
kidding. As As soon as
Yes,
we
it
get
says-
everyone
yeah.
assembled and ready.
Irina nods.
Assemble the troops on the field of
She said, "We've already
Mars."
started pulling together some of the people we've talked to. Received a message from Rictavio that he's gathering together his people.
So we don't have to tell the Dusk Elves, they'll just see us and join us.
The Dusk
Presumably.
Elves, well, you don't know exactly what was going on with them.
Oh,
They just said
This
that
is-
they'd be ready.
okay.
So they could already be there, just waiting for you guys to show up. They could show up,
Or they'll
you know,
show
they
up
can,
in our hour of need.
yeah, they can come in,
In
see
the
that no
two
one else is
towers.
here. They could wait and watch, and as the people from Krez start making their way through, they join them, and as a unit, they move in. You guys are unsure, but
Oh.
you know that the Dusk
Um,
Elves are going to be there for you guys.
At some point, I actually do want to go in like an alleyway or something, or just tell the bird people if they
Okay.
can send a
Oh yeah.
scout just to Krez, just to tell them to get sooner if they can.
Okay.
To
So-
hurry the F
So
up.
let's do
Yeah.
that. After you guys spend some time at the barracks, kind of bolstering people.
And sorry, and I want to do the same thing for the Dusk Elves.
Okay, so you spend some time at the barracks bolstering people, inviting more to join your cause, persuading some more people to join you. You actually the crowd around starts gathering, not just men, but women. You hear a lot of people. I have nothing left, so I'm here to fight.
Right.
Sorry, women aren't allowed.
Yeah, this one guy's like, they took my brother, and I'm so ready to throw down. I'll stab a bitch, I swear.
I give her my son.
Well, it's a good
It was-
thing.
it was a
Strahd
guy.
is a bitch.
Oh.
No. So you just hear people like talking, like a few of
Getting
them
their
are pumped,
Suiting up,
ready to
montages
fight.
Ready.
A few people are there in a very somber, I'm ready to die. I might as well go out trying to do something good for the rest of the people who are still alive and have something. There are people there who are scared, but they want to protect what they have and who they have. The crowd's starting to grow. You guys help disperse weaponry to those who are ready and committed, and they are given like pseudo positions. They start going out into the back, going through like skill levels to see who's good at fighting, who could be taught in as much little time. Start training now. Basically, start training these farmers to defend themselves.
This is totally like Two Towers.
Um,
Making my way.
Yeah, you're making your way. By the time you guys wrap that up, you all kind of meet at the Blue Water Inn.
Oh, I was gonna like gather a group of people that didn't have weapons and see if I could teach them some punches and kick.
You can, if you
Back in
wish.
Part of the
Oh,
monk.
gain a level in monk.
All the villagers start, there's only so much you can teach someone in a day. And you don't want to overwork them either. So it's this weird balance of, good enough. Barovian approved.
RCP.
Yeah, basically is where I was going with that. After a while, you guys meet up at the Blue Water Inn. You talk to the Irwin's wife, and you say, "Hey, this is our plan. We're moving in. This is happening, like for realsies. We need you to go send someone to go talk to the people coming from Kresk. Go find them, follow the main path probably. Go talk to the Dusk Elves. We are moving like now. The
Maybe
Barovia
even the
will come
Vistani?
tonight."
I mentioned that to the guys.
You mentioned that, and people look at you like you're half baked, and they're like,
Ah.
"We'll
I
try."
was just a little too excited, maybe.
Yeah, they're like, we'll try, but we doubt it, because no one trusts them at all.
Okay.
Although the last message you received from, and you received this in the form of the message spell, so you all kind of hear him saying, Rictavio, my friends, Esmeralda and I have heard your request of wanting to gather people. We have decided to take it upon ourselves to go and recruit the Velaki people,
Oh,
or the Vistani people, as Esmeralda thinks she can convince some of
she's
them.
like the emissary or whatever.
She is Vistani. You don't quite know her full story, but you know she's Vistani.
Well, cool.
We don't know how successful we'll be, but we hope to see you on the battlefield. Take care, my friends, and may the Morning Lord watch over you.
Freya.
Messages get sent out. Is there anything else you guys wish to do?
Let's get the rock.
Cleach, you've helped people, started training and like punching and stuff for people who aren't there. You basically kind of singled out the people who are really clumsy and not very good with weaponry. And you and Parple, he's actually stayed with you, have started teaching people how to like punch stuff. You were more on the technical side. Parple's more of the like, this is how you throw your weight into it, and he like is punching dummies and like breaking them in half and stuff.
Yes.
And he's teaching them, some people, how to use like clubs and stuff, the more crude weaponry.
Punch the dummy.
Yeah, there's like people showing up with like 2x4 planks with like sanded
God.
down handles with nails driven through the top. Like
Brutal.
they're getting ready for war as best as they can. And anything else you guys would like to do before you march out on the castle? Because your group is, as far as everyone knows, your group is still going first.
The Marines.
Yeah. You are going in as the strike force to personally handle Strahd while everyone else takes care of everything else in his castle.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just telling them to send scouts to the Death Elves at that camp and Krez.
They've sent.
Oh,
Yeah, they did it immediately. As soon as you said, we're ready, we're doing this. They've also sent word over to Irwin and the other Ravenkind that are at the winery fixing it up.
cool.
We're going now? We're going there now?
As far as everyone's concerned, and I am concerned, your group is headed there
How
now.
much healing did I use?
You used, I would say, a good amount. You used most of your, like, lay on hands type thing. Yeah, I'd say about half. About 30 points worth. So-
We can, short rest or something.
Well,
Well,
here's
I need a long rest to replenish.
here's what they do. As you guys are getting ready, people start bringing things to you. They bring it all here to the Blue Water Inn because everyone kind of knows that you stay here as well. They
Yeah,
bring
we get
hot
Fucked up
meals.
there a lot.
Hot wings?
Hot meals.
Oh.
People's
those-
personal
Well,
best dishes.
fuck
It's like
Strahd's dinner then.
this place basically turns into
A rave.
KFC.
kind
Oh.
of
Mm.
it's like
Think
it's
of
a feast,
rave
but
and
definitely
AFC.
not. It's a
Like
feast, but definitely not a celebratory one.
Oh.
It's a preparation feast. People are
Oh,
giving you good luck charms to just hold on to, and what?
I have Emissary of Peace. I could have calmed people with that. I'm an idiot.
Oh, okay. Well, know your characters. People are giving you good luck charms, things that think they bring them fortune. Someone brings a rather large wagon with two very healthy-looking horses. You recognize these as the old people who Alanon terrorized as a
Oh,
direwolf
no.
earlier in the campaign.
Oh, Shit.
They
yeah.
brought you their big ass wagon that you guys gave back,
Nice.
but they brought you their big ass wagon.
Hey,
Nice.
And their
Lead
2
the
draft
charge.
horses. You also have the other wagon of draft horses.
Armor up
A
these
couple
horses.
of
We've got a
people
nice collection of
volunteer.
wagons.
A couple of people volunteer to take your group and ride you guys to the gates.
Ride us? Like,
Well,
be
like
a
let you
horse?
guys stay in the back of the wagons.
Start putting saddles on us.
Nay.
Wait, no.
Nay, I'm a horse.
One of them is kind of like one of the people who have volunteered to go with you guys is a Valaki's quote-unquote one of their military strategists. Basically, he's just going to survey the land, see how he's going to get his people in, see the weak points of the walls. They're there to survey and to
man.
start laying down a plan of attack.
Stratmaster.
Engineer.
So that way, when everyone else comes in, they can have things set up a lot faster. They'll have a plan ready to go when people show up, or at least that's the hope. So one of those is going with them. The other one's a scout to help him stay hidden, to just like kind of keep things quiet and
This is gonna
show
be
him
like
the lay of the land.
Castlevania anime.
This
Oh my
is
god,
starting to
I
get
can't wait
pretty
for that to come
intense.
back.
Yeah. me
So
too.
people bring you trinkets. They bring you good luck charms. They bring paltry amounts of coin, thinking that they leave a lot of these things in your room in the Blue Water Inn.
Oh no.
They're just kind of like giving you guys kind of offerings of gratitude, luck, thanks for everything you've done for them. People are lined up on the streets as you start to ride out of the city, and your group starts making your way towards Castle
Riders of
Castle
Gondor.
Ravenloft. Do you guys want to stop there for tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've
No,
got a
tomorrow.
lot. We get going now. We won't sleep.
Yeah.
I'll just say that you guys have enough time to take a long rest because these wagons are moving slow. They just look like normal, like, oh, we're taking a shipment to Barovia wagons.
Okay.
You guys are kind of like hidden in the back. Like they ask you to rest. You know, they're there. There's people there to, you know, take care of the horses, take care of everything as you rest in the back. So you can all have a full rest. All of your casting's back, your hit points are back, everything's ready to go, everything's set to its maximums. Does anyone what spells do you know? What high level spells do you know, Brunor?
Like the level 5
Yeah.
spells that I got. I got Greater Restoration. These are just the ones that I picked because they're the most interesting.
Uh-huh.
But I've Greater Restoration, Mass Cure Wounds, Flame Strike, and Insect Plague.
Okay.
Insect plague.
Yes.
But yes.
Okay. Damn.
Damn.
The one that I was thinking that would be really, really nice to have is the 6th level spell. As you, Brunor, I'll let you know this. As you have like focused and trained yourself and obtained new spells through your faith and study and dedication to your deity, you've come to understand that that like iced out chalice that you have,
Mhm.
that's for a hero's feast.
Oh, nice.
That is what's
Yeah, I
consumed
was looking at that.
to use a hero's feast. And
Nice.
you understand what a hero's feast can do. Now it came back, you know, that memories come back to you as you start getting closer towards that casting ability. And So
Yeah,
you've
that's
got
a really good spell.
it's extremely
like that's super
game
good. Oh my
changer
God.
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Too bad it's a 6th level spell though.
Is it like a buff?
I know.
It's a huge
It,
buff.
So you create this giant feast and drink and whatnot, and basically every a creature that partakes of the feast, they're cured of all diseases and poison. They become immune to poison and being frightened.
Oh,
They
shit.
make all wisdom saving throws with advantage. Its hit point maximum is increased by 2d10, and it gains that same number of hit points. It lasts for 24 hours. So it's a really awesome buff.
Yeah.
It's huge, but it's like stupid expensive.
Yeah,
Because you need like a chalice worth, like made out of
1,000 gold.
with gems, worth 1,000 gold.
Yeah,
Oh, what?
Yeah.
yeah.
It's and you guys have
No,
one of
Heroes-
those.
Heroes Feast is awesome.
Yeah. So, I'll just like kind of speed this up and put us at a good stopping point. You all make your way to the gates.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Frodo.
Frodo. Yeah, penis is still there.
Yeah.
They drop you off here.
The one that Emmy drew.
Mhm.
I'm so proud.
Do you guys see that?
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. This map is like super zoom time.
Where
Alright. We're to the east of the penis.
East of the penis.
Yeah.
Where the sun shines?
Castle
Yeah.
Ravenchen.
So Ravenloft is here, up like on a hill, and you guys were dropped off here. And the guards, the people taking the cart, basically said that they were going to come down this path, turn around, and like go back to Vallaki and meet up with everyone to help carry more stuff because they've got big ol' wagons that could be super useful.
Well,
So
I wonder what this is.
it
That-
is a
Ooh.
treeless spot.
Oh, UFO.
That's what it's called. It's called treeless spot.
That's where the alien crashed in 1947. Strahd's hiding the secret.
So, you were dropped off at this main gate. You have a little bit of a march to get to Strahd's castle. And that's where we will pick up. I'll just say you guys actually make it all the way to the front gates of the castle, and that's where we'll pick up the next time we play. Alright.
Castle
We got
Ravenchen.
a lot of stuff done there, guys. Say goodbye to YouTube.
Goodbye to YouTube.
Bye.
Bye, YouTube.